In 2023, Greg Woolley's run as one of the deadliest, most feared, and well-connected men in Canada came to an end. Sometime in late 2022 or early 2023, Woolley became concerned with one of the leaders of a gang called Arab Power, and allegedly when speaking of this guy saying, quote, "That guy is out of control and completely insane. He's gonna cause a massacre." And this was supposedly as he was trying to mediate a conflict. But within a year, in a small city just outside of Montreal, while walking with his wife, former reality show star Christelle Hoot, and their newborn child, at least 2 men fired several shots, striking and killing Woolley before escaping and torching the getaway car. And this is after he had already been targeted in a previous shooting at his mansion in the same city, as well as an arson. Now, his funeral was supposed to be at a Catholic church, but the church denied this request due to his gang ties. And at his actual funeral, these ties were on full display, with many high-profile gangsters in attendance, including the Celestin Group, the Hells Angels, Libertina Rizzuto, who was the daughter of Vito Rizzuto, mafia lawyers, and Giuseppe Fagarazzo, a captain of the Rizzuto family in the city of Laval. And this guy was powerful enough to even compromise the local police department, as Officer Valerie Lavadure went from receiving an award for bravery from the city to being fired for inappropriate contact with Giuseppe. But the cooperation between street gangs, biker gangs, and the mob is so coordinated that they have drones delivering drugs and weapons to prison yards on almost a daily basis. And it's interesting, because recently, it seemed as if the Rizzuto family was in decline. But allegedly, they've been involved in shootings, criminal cases, and even one guy, Francesco De Balzo, being arrested for trying to extort nuns and a priest at a church in Laval before being murdered. And this was all taking place from 2023 to 2025, although Francesco might have split with the family. And it's unknown who killed him, but before he died, an MS-13 member from Ontario was arrested for attempting to kill him, so clearly, the practice of having street gangs carry out hits is very much still going on. And it's interesting how for years this has been happening in Ontario and Quebec. And with the close association between the mob in Canada and the mob in the United States, it makes you wonder if their US counterparts are doing the same thing. The Armenian Mafia was definitely hiring Hispanic gangs to carry out murders in LA, and similar situations have definitely happened in New York City. But if you were unfamiliar with crime in Canada, you might have only ever heard of mob activity in Toronto. But there's a lot more to cover, as so far in this Canada series, we've only hit 2 cities. But we'll leave that to part 3.